shoot threes real quick. Wanna shoot threes? Who? Black top, black top.
Come from the boat.
Netflix presents a Netflix original movie, coming soon.
Your life is your story. No one else gets to write it, no one else gets to define it. Every choice you make, every risk you take, every dream you chase, it's yours. People will doubt you, judge you, misunderstand you, but it doesn't matter. This is your journey, your fight, your legacy. Own it.
Josephine, Part 2. Lloyd hadn't stopped calling and texting, but I had drunk enough whiskey to put me out for a long time. Shit. Glad it's the weekend because I would have never made it in this morning. No hangover, just overslept. But now it's almost 1 p.m. and I need coffee. I log on to Pandora, connected to my Bluetooth, and let the music play in my space. I run the shower and prepare myself for a much-needed hot water massage. As I pass my full-length mirror, I stop and admire my body. Perfect skin tone, yet I could use a suntan. We don't get much sun here in San Francisco. My nipples had become hard by being exposed. I run my index finger across them. Why am I settling myself with a man that has so much luggage? Any man would want this. I turn sideways and admire my nice-sized ass. Then I looked at myself, checking out my facial features. I'm well over 40, but could totally pass for 20. I shake my head and head to the shower. Why am I sizing myself up? I asked out loud. Then he flashed in my head. Really, Josephine? I laughed. I'm tripping. That young dude is not on my level. Nina Simone was blowing through my apartment by the time I got out of the shower. I think I'll actually go for a run today. I didn't like how my stomach looked in the mirror. I grabbed a pair of my workout capri pants, a Nike top that showed my mid-stomach, and my black and white running Air Max. Grabbing my ID and some money, I put it in my running fanny pack, then snapped it to my waist. I put my phone through my arm running band, put the earbuds in my ear, and walked out of my apartment. Living downtown was a plus, though expensive. But I could actually jog to many places and make it back home in enough time to get my day started. Not like those East Bay folks that may have to drive to a destination in order to work out. I reached the sidewalk and took off. The sun was peaking and many folks were already out, but I didn't let that bother me. I ran a few blocks toward Starbucks when my phone chimed to let me know someone was texting. I slowed down and reached for the phone on my arm when boom. Shit! Watch out! I had hit someone's arm hella hard. I stopped to look back, and to my surprise, there he was, Jermaine. He snatched his beats off and started to laugh. Damn, we really have to stop meeting like this. I had to laugh, too, because this was the second time we had bumped into each other. Literally. Let me guess. You own this sidewalk as well. Ha ha, not funny, I said, now reaching for my phone again. I looked at it. Yep, Lloyd. I looked up, and Jermaine was still standing there. Look, have a good day, I said, and turned to leave. Wait, why are you so scared of me? He asked. Scared of you? Not at all. First of all, I do not know you. Whoa. No, that's not true, Josephine. We have already met. Try again. Secondly, you are too young, Jermaine. Ha! She remembered my name. Okay, too young. That's a low blow because if anything, I'm sure you're only a few years older than me. I'm only 28 years old. What you like, 32? I smiled. No, baby. Add 10 more years to that. Hell no. His eyes were huge. Oh my goodness. He started scanning me from head to toe, from toe to head. You are, excuse my French, fucking gorgeous. I just tilted my head. Okay, let's start over. I decided to fuck with him. I'm going for coffee, I said, and jogged off. If you're coming, you better catch up. I looked back, and he was right on my heels. The usual, the barista said, smiling at me. Actually, no. Let me get grand soy chai, I said. Okay, coming right up. How about you, sir? I'll have what she's having. Hey, y'all. I'm going to change the playlist. It's time to jam, the young barista girl who's here in the morning said, coming from the back. She froze when she saw Jermaine and me standing there together. She cleared her throat. The usual, she said, grabbing a cup. Oh no, I'm having something way different today, Jermaine said, looking at me. 2 grand soy chai. The barista that rung us up said. We grabbed our drinks and left. I laughed. He laughed. Damn, I guess we just fucked her up with that. Yeah, but she really does like you though, Jermaine, I said, sipping my chai. Too young, easy for me, he responded. I nodded my head. What about you, Josephine? Are you involved? Whoa, when did we become friends on personal notes? Just thought I'd ask. I'd rather not speak on my personal business. Okay, it's your world. I'm just trying to sneak in it. We stared at each other for a little, again studying each other. I have to get back, I said, and started walking. So, do you mind me asking what it is you were doing back there in the coffee shop? I'm a teacher. I go there to grade papers and read. Word? I'm a student at San Francisco State. Oh, okay. It's good. I teach at Golden Gate University. Wow, that's an awesome school. We started talking about school, and before I knew it, I was a block from my place. He hit the corner along with me. Guess I'll see you around, I said, stopping. Likewise. I didn't move. Stood there playing with my phone. Okay, then. He walked off. I looked farther down and saw Lloyd standing outside my building. Fuck. Why is he here? Jermaine passed by my building and kept going. I hope he's not trying to figure out where I live. I got closer to my place, and Lloyd came speed walking toward me. Josephine, what the fuck? He said. I stopped. Lloyd, get the fuck away from me. I brushed past him and he grabbed my arm. I pushed his ass. I don't belong to you, remember? You made that clear the other day. Josephine, that's my daughter's mother. What am I supposed to do? Shit, you put her in her place? You know what? Like I said, I don't have to do this. He grabbed my arm again, and the next thing I knew, he was on the ground. Fuck, he yelled. I think the lady said fuck off. It was Jermaine. No! I hit Jermaine on his arm and helped Lloyd up. Oh, my bad. You know him? Yes. Hell yeah, she knows me. I'm her man. Lloyd decided to swell up now that his ass was off the ground. Jermaine put both hands up. Sorry, dude. Thought you were bothering her. It did look like she didn't want you touching her. They stared at each other, and I walked off. By the time I had my key in the door, Lloyd was on right behind me. I decided just to let him come on in. Lloyd, you really need to go. There's nothing for us to talk about. Josephine, I love you, baby. I came to apologize. Oh, really? After you apologized to her? He just stood there. Exactly what I thought. Lord, I have some work to do. Please leave. I went to my bedroom to get out of my running clothes and turned on the shower. Then I got in, letting that hot water massage my joints. My eyes were closed, so when I felt Lloyd's hands on me, I jumped. He kissed my neck. I need you, Josephine. He grabbed my breast with both hands, turning me around and tonguing me down. I miss you. I gave in. I miss you too. I grabbed his dick and stroked it. Hearing his moans made me fucking ready. I turned around and pinned Lloyd up against the shower wall and fucked the hell out of him. So, who the fuck was that guy? Your neighbor? I don't know. Lloyd was asking about Jermaine now. His phone rang. We both looked at it. He just stayed on the couch and didn't bulge. It stopped. I went over to my laptop and logged on. The phone started ringing again. Lloyd, answer the damn phone, I said, pulling up my manuscript. He still sat there. I had on a pair of boy shorts with a wife beater. He couldn't leave with me walking around looking like this. He went to his phone and turned it off. Chinese? Sure, I said, smiling and shaking my head. Lloyd was fast asleep now. Phone still on my bookshelf, turned off. I needed to write. Josephine begins to write. Dave, that hoe, scratch that, bitch has got to go. No, you older, Rolanda. Just play your role. Shit, you've been working with June for a long time. Just do your job. Trust me. He knows exactly what is going on. Shit, I wouldn't put it past him if he wants you both to act up so he could get someone else in there. Dave added. Hell no. I've been his assistant way too long for him to be trying to replace me, I said. Exactly so. Play your role wisely, girlfriend. We were at the Mexican spot down the street having tacos. I took a good look at Dave and noticed for the first time that his hair was cut. Oh, snaps! You cut your hair. I laughed. Wow, thanks for noticing, he said. I like it. It's low and lined up really nice. Yeah, I thought it was time to get rid of the long hair. I was looking way too much like a geek. Good look, friend, I said. Let's get out of here, I said as I stood up. You keep playing and I'm going to snatch your ass up instead. I laughed and walked ahead of him. Dave stood there looking at Rolanda as she walked off. I would love that, he said to himself. I was into my writing. Usual spot, usual table. So, you do have a man, I heard a voice say and looked up. He grabbed a chair and joined me. Jermaine, look, I'm sorry about that incident. He was sipping his coffee, smiling. He stared. What is it you want, Jermaine? I asked, closing my laptop. You, he responded. I chuckled. Oh, really? Really, he said. Here's the thing, though. You want me too. Jermaine, I do have a man. He stood up to leave. Have a good day, Miss Josephine. And he walked out the door. Fuck, I whispered. I slammed my laptop closed and left. Everyone had great presentations today for their last and final project researching a professional local person. Miss Josephine, are you ready? Brian asked as I was staring out of the window. Oh, yes, please come on in. He sat in one of the desks across from my desk, turned on his recorder, and we started. Miss Josephine, I'd like to start off with a little of your background, if you don't mind. I notice your name is French. Are you Creole? Yes, I was born and raised in the South. I finished school at a young age in the South, decided to come to California because of the law schools, but I decided to go on to a different career path and become an English research teacher. Okay, so law to a teacher. Yes, I chuckled, remembering how my dad said that same thing. Yeah, I know it's awkward, but I just have a love of researching. Awesome, Brian says. After asking a few more questions and taking a selfie with him, we were done. Thank you so much, Miss Josephine. I believe you are one phenomenal woman. Thank you, Brian, and it was a pleasure. I was packing up. I'll walk you to your car if you don't mind. Oh, no, I didn't drive today. Oh, well, is there anywhere I can walk you? No, I'll be fine, I told him. We walked out together, and once we made it to the back of the school, he went his own way. I was walking and texting Lloyd. He actually had a speaking engagement to attend, so he had left early. Again, I wasn't paying attention when I heard the voice. You can learn to watch your surroundings, pretty lady. I jumped. Jermaine came walking toward me. So you stalking me now? Not at all. I was in the area. He was texting on his phone. By the looks of it, you don't need to be walking by yourself. Where's your man? I stopped. He finally looked up from his phone. Our eyes connected. He's at a meeting. Oh, okay. So that is your man. Wow. He started to walk off. The hell you mean by wow? I was on his heels now. You seem like the type that likes, He stopped. Like? I asked. My type? A man that will protect you. A man that will not let you walk in the dark by yourself no matter what. The kind of man... He stepped right into my personal space and whispered. The kind of man that will fuck you into a coma. Then he leaned in to kiss me. I slapped the hell out of him. Shit! He said, grabbing his left cheek and laughing. Then his phone rang. He raised both hands up, surrendering. Okay, I guess I was wrong. He started laughing. Stop fucking laughing, I shouted. He paused. I'll stop laughing once you stop acting like you don't like me. Now come on, Josephine. We're going in the same direction. He started to walk off, and I followed. We didn't say anything to each other the whole walk. I was busy trying to convince myself not to invite him in so he could fuck me into a coma. He was busy bouncing his head with his Beats by Dre. Okay, pretty lady, you have a good night. Jermaine, I said. He turned toward me. I'm sorry for slapping you. He touched his face. It's all good. I'd rather get slapped by a classy woman rather than some racket-ass female. I smiled. I can get racket. Oh, I know. But something tells me your racket is a good racket. He walked off. Josephine begins to write. Okay, so, Rolanda, I'll need you to take care of those calls with clients that haven't called to pay their overdue bills. Amanda, I'll need you to step into the meeting that's on the calendar to get more information about that new copier that's arriving soon. Wait, Rolanda said. June, I know you trust me more with handling the accounts with clients because they know me. But I think I should do all of the meetings regarding any new machines we plan on placing at our clients' locations. I have been around these machines a long time, so I know what will fit at these locations. We were in a meeting with June. He's leaving for a business trip in a few days and needs to make sure everything is covered. I'll be damned if he's going to have me here making fucking phone calls when I should be out in the field. We are a copier company that places copy machines at different locations and makes sure they are up and running, which is when Dave steps in. June, a copier, has been around for at least 3 years now, and we're doing well. Yeah, I know, Rolanda, you know these machines, but you also have relationships with these clients. And when you call, they pay up, June said. Well, it's time Amanda steps up, or frankly, I do not know why she's here. Shit, I'm hungry. I was looking in my refrigerator. Nothing. I looked at the clock. It was almost 10. Hell, I want some pancakes. I throw on a pair of leggings, my Uggs, and my North Face jacket, and I'm out the door. I'll have the harvest grain and nut pancakes with a coffee and glass of water, I tell the waitress. Okay, coming right up, she says, grabbing my menu. I stared out the window for a little while, looking at the cars as they drove by. San Francisco never sleeps. Van Ness is one busy street. I see a man stroll by pushing a grocery cart while talking to himself. I wonder about his story. Everyone has a story. Good, bad, successful, unsuccessful. Either way, everyone has some sort of testimony. Being a teacher and an author has its advantages. I carry a notebook with me everywhere I go. I have at least 4 of them in my car. I start to write. How many people in this world would share their stories and tell the truth? Angela sits in the park and watches everyone around her. She notices the couple sitting on the bench across from her first. They are all over one another. She figures they just met. They are laughing, giggling, and smiling. He's pulling at her hair while she is rubbing on his leg. They are so intimate with each other in this park. She wonders why they can't just go home and do all of that touching and kissing and maybe just take it to another level. Oh, she notices it. The young man's phone rings, and he answers it while stepping away from her. She's unhappy now. Perhaps it's the person on the other end of the phone that has her feeling that way. He's arguing with whoever's on the line. Then he hangs up and walks back to the young lady, but she has already stood up and is ready to leave. He grabs for her, and she snatches her hand away. He's now clueless. They leave without holding hands or hugging, just as they were minutes ago. If I was to ask her what's wrong, I'm sure she'll say, that was his wife calling. Everybody has a story. There are a few guys playing friendly football in the middle of the park. One guy keeps showing off. Every time he gets the ball, he runs it in for a point. He's fast, and the other guys can't catch him. One guy in particular stops running and puts his hands on his hips and just shakes his head. The fast guy is talking much mess. I can hear him say, "Y'all ain't got nothing on me with y'all slow asses." The guy that stopped running yells out, "Too bad you couldn't do this on a real NFL team." And they both go for each other's neck. The other guys are pulling them apart from each other. I bet if I asked the fast guy why isn't he on an NFL team since he's so good, he'll probably tell me he couldn't get in because he messed up his contract. I'm not being judgmental. I saw him buying something from someone earlier before his boys arrived to play tag football. I'm sure it was drugs. Again, everybody has a story. I look over to the play structure, and I see a couple with two very young kids. The mother's dealing with the baby while the father's dealing with the toddler. I've seen them here before, but both were with someone else. He came with the toddler and met another woman who also had a toddler. The way her toddler greeted him led me to believe that was his father. And her? She has been here before, but with another woman. The way her and that woman sat next to each other and stared into each other's eyes lead me to believe they were lovers. I bet if I ask her what their story is, she'll probably tell me. He stepped out on me and had another baby around the same time as I did, yet I'm his wife. And me? Well, he hurt me so bad that I now hate men. But we both have to make this work for our kids' sake. I take a forkful of my pancakes. The waitress came over a while ago and left my plate with my coffee. She never bothers me when I'm writing. Damn. I must have been writing for a while because my pancakes are cold. I laughed. I don't sit in the back of the restaurant like I do in Starbucks, so I hear a lot of laughing coming from the back. Some chick and a dude. I must have tuned them out while I was writing. "Shit, Gabby, you ready to go? I'm tired. You know I have to get to class in the morning." Wait, I haven't finished my coffee. I shake my head because I just now recognized that voice. Jermaine. I hope there's a back door so they do not have to pass me. The waitress passes by me with a receipt. I'm guessing it's theirs. "Thank you." I can't figure out why they are so loud. Damn, I know ain't nobody in here, but shit. She laughs really loud. "Okay, I'm ready," she says. "Good, let's get you back to my place," Jermaine says, and I guess he popped her on the ass because she said, "Ouch," and laughed. I put my head down, wishing I had put my hoodie on earlier, because it would be too obvious now. They pass by me and he's holding her from the back. I look up so I can get a good view of her. Pretty. Looks like his kind. Just as they're going through the door, I looked back up and he looks right at me. I nod my head. She kept walking, but he stops and just stares at me. He licks his lips and then leaves. I pay and leave, thinking he was going to come back through. It was now 11 p.m. and I couldn't go to sleep for nothing. I was tossing and turning. I sit up in my bed and look over to the empty side. There he was, laying there with his head propped up on his hand. "What's wrong, baby?" he asked. I jump up. Shit, now I'm dreaming about this little boy. I go to my medicine cabinet and locate my PM pills. Enough of this shit. I need some sleep. I was still sitting up in bed 20 minutes later. I had closed my eyes with hopes I would fall asleep, but instead my hands found my pussy and started playing with it. I took all 4 of my fingers on my right hand and massaged my pussy. I started to moan. I started to breathe heavy. Then I opened my legs wider and inserted 2 fingers in my pussy and was now fucking my fingers when I heard my doorbell. Shit! I jumped and looked around. Damn it! I thought I heard my doorbell. I hopped up to go and wash my hands when my doorbell rang again. Shit! That is definitely my doorbell. I went to the door to peek out, wondering who the fuck could this be at almost midnight. I peek out the peephole and there stood Jermaine. I jumped. What the fuck? Why is he here? How does he know which door is mine? I said, Who is it? He answered, Josephine. It's me, Jermaine. I opened the door. I'm sorry to bother you, but I was worried about you. I thought maybe you caught the bus there to the IHOP, and after I left, I felt guilty leaving you there at this time of the night. I looked at him, and he was really concerned. Jermaine, I have a car, I told him. I drove there and back as I always do. Oh, snap, he said, putting his hand over his mouth. Shit, I didn't know you had a car. He started laughing. Shit, I should have asked you for a ride then. To my surprise, I laughed that time. I'm sorry, let me go, he said, and turned around, but I stopped him. Wait, you want to come in for some coffee? I asked him. He turned back around and gladly accepted. He sat on the couch as I was in the kitchen brewing some of our favorite coffee, Starbucks. I peeked in at him sitting. Do you like cream and sugar in your coffee? I asked. He looked up. No, just sugar. No cream. Huh? I said. Black coffee? Yuck. How about you come and put your own sugar in your coffee? I said, and he came into the kitchen. I can't drink coffee without creamer, I said. He grabbed the coffee cup I handed him and looked at me with a surprised look. What? I said. Nothing, he said. Then he grabbed the sugar and poured just a little in his cup. I handed him the spoon to stir. Again, he looked at me with another surprised look. I fixed my own coffee and was done. Okay, let me try a little of your creamer, he said. Okay, see, that's what I'm talking about. I grabbed the spoon and scooped a little creamer, and just as I was pouring the creamer into his cup, Jermaine grabbed my hand and put all 4 of my fingers into his mouth. Jermaine! I yelled. He gave me a look that said, Do not move. I froze. He looked into my eyes and sucked my fingers, then he closed his eyes. Then he slowly removes my hand from his mouth. Fuck. I just remembered I hadn't washed my hands after playing with my pussy. He whispers, You taste so fucking good. I want to taste the real thing. An awkward silence filled the room.